Well, long story short, I ended up buying from a guy named Dickie Jones, and the goal for this week is to get it running after like 30 years. I hadn't really seen the car in great detail, so hopefully in like 2 or 3 days we can stab a motor and transmission in this thing and then get it on the road.
It looks better in the daylight.
It really does.
In the dark, you really couldn't tell how straight it was.
It's not bad at all, dude.
No.
I mean, yes, it's missing lots of things, but overall, yeah, minimal patchwork in the floors there, considering it's not missing the whole thing, but...
If it was good enough for Fred Flintstone.
So last I heard, Dickie said he went through the whole chassis and put new ball joints and bushings and everything on it, so hopefully there's, not a lot to do down there. Shove a motor and trans in it, drive shaft, and go.
Dude, you can tell he worked on it. Look, he's already installed the steering wheel and the power windows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, why don't we push it inside the shed? Man, we are rolling. Motor and trans are in. The guys are wiring right now, putting gauges in. I'm about to install a fuse panel. It's by Auto Rod Controls. This is race car stuff. It is a relay and fuse panel all in one with this trick switch panel, which is backlit even when the car is turned on.
I think that should be adequate for Roadkill.
Relay 1 will be ignition. Relay 2 will be starter solenoid. 3 and 4, headlights.
Man, we are making some serious progress. The engine is bolted in permanently. We've got new plugs in it, the distributor's in it. Emily's got the gauges handled, the fuse panel mounted inside. We've started wiring the car. One hiccup so far, the master cylinder that I ordered is not correct. It's for a power booster, and this doesn't have power brakes. So we've got to find that.
Maybe that one will just start working.
The cap will not come off, but I'm going to fix it with fire. We'll see.
It's an archaeological dig in there, dude.
Like new.
Does the pedal move?
Of course not.
I think we should fill it completely and let it sit overnight. I'm gonna call this the most successful day one in the history of Roadkill.
Really?
Yeah, that car was outside without a motor, and now it's inside with a motor and a transmission and gauges and a switch panel and a fuse block, and nothing's on fire yet. So, complete success. Tomorrow we make it run.
It is day 2, and man, we got a lot done on day 1. The brakes are questionable. I put some fluid in the master cylinder last night to hopefully see if it would gravity feed out, but nothing happened. So a local parts store says they can have one by lunchtime today. We got to get it on the lift and measure for the draft shaft next, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's time to measure for the draft shaft. I ordered a complete kit from Summit Racing. It comes with a longer tube, the yoke for the rear, the slip yoke for the trans, everything you need. All right, I'm on the center.
53.5.
So now we will take this, drop this off at the draft shaft shop, have them cut and weld it and balance it.
This car does not have a shifter, so I'm putting one in, and I'm taking advantage of the fact that the car's in the air right now so that I can put the cable mount on the transmission.
Well, it's bone dry, which I'm not surprised. So now I just want to put some fuel in it to flush if there's any rust in there, which I know there is. I got the fuel line disconnected from the tank back here, and I'm certain it's got to have something in the line because it's been open up front for 30 years. So I'm going to blow some air through it. We've put some brake clean in there, and hopefully any trash that's in there comes out.
Oh, he's right here. Oh yeah, watch, I'll clog it. So that's clogged, do it again. Oh yeah, dirt's coming out, dude. Do it again.
I feel good about it. We'll have 3 filters. Our master cylinder has came in. It looks to be the correct one. We're about to find out. I'm gonna hook up the brake line, and then once I put fluid in it, we'll try and gravity bleed these fronts just to see what happens. That'll tell us if the rubber portion of the brake lines are okay, which I'm assuming they're probably not.
Thanks for giving me a job, noobs.
Of course. All right, hold it.
Holding.
Good news, 3 out of the 4 wheel cylinders are actually functioning, but we are getting air out of 3 of the 4.
This would be carburetor number 3. This is a quick fuel, vacuum secondary, 650 CFM carburetor. It is a 4150 style carb with cathedral bowls. We're hoping it just runs and works, and with our new converter, the car doesn't stall anymore. I see fuel in the filter. I see fuel.
Oh, it's coming up. All right, all right, all right.
Fuel in the bowl, go ahead.
All right, ready?
Yeah, man. Aww. It is fixed, dude.
It's freaking fixed.
It sounds pretty good, too. Let's roll. Well, except for that little one.
Yeah.
Dude, so much smoother now. Sounds great. Was that you? No, really? You've got to be kidding me.
What is wrong with this?
There's literally nothing left. We have voltage, and it just shut. Wow. Now there's no fuel in the filter again. Do we have one problem? Do we have two problems? I have no freaking idea. I'm just trying to get this man to a steak dinner for his birthday, and this car does not want that to happen. Rev it up.
It won't take it.
I don't think there's any fuel in it.
I'm a little confused at this point. So the factory tank in this car had some rust in it. We were having trouble getting fuel to the motor. So we put a used fuel cell that Emily and Aaron had in the trunk of it and ran fuel out of it. Now we think the pickup in that tank is no good, so we're going back to the original tank because the fuel pump was probably the problem the whole time. I think we're gonna be okay.
3 hours later.
I'm just kidding.
Happy birthday, you son of a... It drives good. It rides good. Like,
Yeah, it does.
we didn't touch the suspension. We didn't align it.
No,
It just floats down the road.
it does good.
Emergency alert, National Weather Service, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for this area until 7:45 tonight.
We're going right into it. We're gonna be storm chasers.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, today went about as well as you'd expect, which means it was incredible. We managed to get the car over 200 miles down Texas highways. Of course, broke down a bunch because old car, and we're really not very good at this. But in the end, we did figure out all of our problems. We fixed them. And now we are just 75 or 80 miles away from Dickie's spot where the car came from and where we intend to go back and pick up more parts to make this a more complete hot rod. We'll do that tomorrow. Last day of the trip. The factory gas tank is now clogging the fuel filter, much like the used fuel cell was clogging the fuel filter. We're not gonna switch back. What we are gonna do is change the filters. And just so you know, or in case you were worried that, we went too far on this one, that we spent all the money, bought all the parts, and, polished this turd too much, trust me, we didn't. We haven't restored it at all. That's numbers matching rust. Still present. We didn't get rid of it. I think she's fixed.
Ish.
Let's go to Dickie's.
Let's go.
We're gonna make it.